नमस्ते विद्यार्थियों.
नमस्कार.
Namaste students. Nice to meet you. I know that many people have just started learning Hindi, so not all of you have that good command in Hindi, so English language will be the medium language for us. But I want to आपसे परिचय करना चाहता हूँ. I want to get to know you. So, for the beginning, we'll start with introduction. मेरा नाम यूरी है. मैं यूक्रेन में रहता हूँ. मैं हिंदी शिक्षक हूँ. हिंदी पढ़ाता हूँ. एक विश्वविद्यालय में हिंदी पढ़ाता हूँ और भारत में बहुत रह चुका हूँ. I have stayed in India for a long time. अब एक एक करके मैं चाहता हूँ, मैं आपसे निवेदन करूँगा. I will request you to introduce yourself in a few words. Just say your name, where you stay, and whatever you can say about yourself in Hindi so far. Okay? So that I know how much you have learned. Just a few sentences. Okay? तो सांद्रा जी, आपसे हम शुरू करेंगे क्योंकि पहले से ही बातचीत हो रही है आपसे.
जी, आप सभी को मेरा सागर प्रणाम. राम राम, नमस्कार. मैं हूँ सांद्रा लुतावन. मैं सूरीनाम देश की निवासी हूँ. मेरी शादी हुई. मेरे दो बच्चे हैं, दो बिटिया. एक के शादी हुई और एक के ना शादी भइल. और मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी कोशिश करती हूँ बोलने के लिए, बल्कि बहुत मुश्किल से होता है. और मैं एक थोड़ा से कोशिश करती हूँ हिंदी कविता लिखने के लिए. तो ऐसे है. सूरीनाम देश में अब बहुत सुबह है.
Okay.
जी हाँ.
Thank you. Sandra ji has told us that she even writes some poems in Hindi, and I hope all of you, till the end of our course, will be able to write poetry in Hindi.
Yes.
Okay. Well, next, who will introduce himself next? Jira ji, namaste.
नमस्ते. मैं एक हूँ.
आप थोड़े वाक्य अपने बारे में बताइए, so that I know how much you have learned. A few sentences about yourself.
Okay. नमस्ते. मेरा नाम शीला है. मैं SVCC में और थाई पालत आश्रम सांस्कृतिक आश्रम छात्र हूँ. मैं 8 महीने हिंदी पढ़ता हूँ.
8 महीने से हिंदी पढ़ रहा हूँ. जी, ठीक है. धन्यवाद. फिर मैं आपके नाम नहीं जानता हूँ और बहुत लोगों के कैमरा ऑफ है, इसलिए मैं किसको पुकारूं? So Panyathip ji, if sorry if I read your names wrong, you just tell me your name and something about yourself.
नमस्कार. मेरा नाम पंजाथिप है. मैं थाईलैंड से हूँ, लेकिन अभी मैं दिल्ली में भारत रहती हूँ. ओके. अभी मैं केंद्रीय हिंदी संस्थान दिल्ली में भी सीख रही हूँ. वाला जी के साथ है.
अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया. केंद्रीय हिंदी संस्थान से आप जुड़ी हैं?
जी सर.
जी. Then we have Bayan ji. Bayan Im Samran. You tell us a bit about yourself. Oh, whoever wants to introduce himself or herself.
नमस्ते यूरी जी, मेरा नाम कविता सूद है। मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया सिडनी से जुड़ी हुई हूँ।
Hmm.
मैं पिछले 7-8 वर्षों से यहाँ पर हिंदी की अध्यापिका हूँ। मैं हिंदी पढ़ाती हूँ और हिंदी में नाटक, छोटी नाटिकाएं, कविताएं लिखती हूँ और उनका निर्देशन भी करती हूँ।
बहुत बढ़िया।
धन्यवाद।
सर, मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कुछ ज्यादा मैं सिखा पाऊंगा आपको पहले से उतना सारा आता है।
ऐसा नहीं है, कुछ ना कुछ हम सभी लोग नया सीखते ही हैं। धन्यवाद।
और चरत जी, आप बहुत पहले से जुड़े हैं, आप बताइए अपने बारे में।
नमस्ते गुरुजी, मेरा नाम पिचरत है। मैं थाई हूँ। मैं नॉन्थाबुरी में सकती हूँ। कृपया धीरे-धीरे बोलिए। धन्यवाद।
बिल्कुल, of course we'll talk slowly, and if there is something you don't understand, you can always ask. Yes? You can raise your hand and ask. Okay.
Thank you.
So, then who else? Vara ji, Vara Sinani.
नमस्कार गुरुजी, मेरा नाम वारा रोसा है। मैं बोलिविया से हूँ। नवंबर से मैं हिंदी सीख रही हूँ। अभी आराम से हिंदी लिख सकती है और धीरे धीरे बोल रही हूँ।
बहुत बढ़िया। पता चल रहा है कि बोलने का बहुत अभ्यास हुआ है। I can see you have had a lot of practice in talking, so it's really very nice. And Bao Tam ji, आप बताइए।
नमस्कार गुरुजी, मेरा नाम बाव तम है। मैं वियतनाम से हूँ, लेकिन मैं लखनऊ में रहता हूँ।
भारत में रह रहे हैं जी, बढ़िया। बाकी लोगों के नाम नहीं दिख रहे हैं। I can't see the other people names. Whoever wants to introduce himself, you please just start talking. Acha. So, if we are done with the introduction, so let's proceed with our studying. Okay. देखिए, you have learned some basic grammar. You have learned how to introduce yourself, how to say something about yourself, how to use verbs in simple tenses like I go, I learn, I am going, I am learning. So these simple tenses, you know, and some constructions like मुझे चाहिए, so मुझे लगता है, that also, you know, this objective constructions you know. So we will proceed so that your grammar would become stronger and absorb all those necessary things. So today I'm just sharing my screen, and we will have this kind of lesson I wrote lesson 1 because for me this is the first lesson. And first of all, as you know, I hope that in every language in the world, the most used parts are always pronouns. We hardly can say any sentence without using a pronoun like I, we, you, him, his, our. Not only this, you know, there is a lot of pronoun types like personal pronouns, I, you, we, possessive pronouns, my, your, our, definite, like this, that, indefinite, some, somewhere, sometime, like relative, yes, which, that, and interrogative, like we ask questions with interrogative pronouns, where, what, who. So we will start with personal pronoun in Hindi. You already know them. You already know such words as मैं, हम, तुम, तू, आप, यह, वह, ये, वे. ये सब आप जानते हैं. But in Hindi, there are some cases in which these basic pronouns can be changed into another form, to another case. In Hindi, we call case like karak. Karak is a case for a noun or pronoun. You know, there are some languages with a lot of cases, like in Sanskrit, there were about 7 or 8 cases for one noun. The same thing is in my native language, is in Ukrainian and in all Slavic language, that one noun can has a lot of different cases, and it's very complicated to remember them all. And in some grammar books, you can read that in Hindi, there is a lot of cases. But I want to tell you one secret which can make it easier for you. Like, please remember that in Hindi, there are only 2 main cases. That is nominative, when we call somebody directly, when we talk about something or somebody in a direct case, like मैं हूँ, आप हैं, हम हैं. And there is indirect case. Indirect, if we use the same word, not in a subjective construction. And instead of remembering a lot of different complicated names of different cases, you just should remember that there is one indirect case to which we add postpositions. Postpositions in Hindi, we call them sambandh bodhak avyay. That's a bit complicated. You know that in English language, we have prepositions like in, the room, on the table, outside the house. All these are prepositions. Prepositions, they are used before the noun or before the subject, or I mean before the object. But in Hindi, we use postposition because all these particles are used after the object. Like in this table, I have written for you some examples of Purushvachak Sarvanam personal pronouns and examples of how they change into indirect case. Like if we take the most used word in every language, and that is I, मैं, हम जो भाषा बोले, whatever language we talk, we will use this word the most, always, because it's we who are talking, so we mention ourselves. You can see in this sentence, मैं छात्र हूँ. I'm a student, right? मैं, here, you can see in the nominative case. But what if I am used as an object for some other subjects to be placed somehow on, in, around, or near me? Like in English, we have in me, on me, after me, before me. All these are prepositions. In Hindi, there are two types of prepositions. Simple, which consist of one word, one small word, like par, me, se, tak also can be, but we will not take it now. And there are compound postpositions like ke saath, ke liye, ke samne, ke piche. Those compound postpositions, they have a bit different way of combining with the object. So today we will consider only these simple postpositions, only 3 of them. Like,
Can I just ask one question?
Ji?
Yes. So actually, as me and Mushe, we have also seen this in the most Indo-European language, for example, Spanish or French. Instead of saying, I love this, blah, 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 in Spanish, we say, me gusta, me is not me, but this is Mushe. Could you please tell me, this is the particularity of the Hindi language, which is so similar with the in any others Indo-European language, is that we are trying to say?
Look, we should not be confused about one thing. When I say मैं, and indirect case will be मुझ,
Yeah.
only मुझ. When you say मुझे, look, मुझको, that's another simple postposition which is combined with मुझ, and another form of that is मुझे. मुझे is not the indirect case. मुझे is already the indirect case with the postposition.
So it means that before pal may say may, it will change to much suddenly. Is that right?
Please ask again. I didn't get you.
Yes, for example, after before the postposition, so it means that before pal may and say may will change to the much suddenly. So we say suddenly much part, much may, much say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And there are the same postpositions like ko and tak, muchko, much tak. We will not take them now. I will explain a bit later that muchko and mujhe is the same thing.
Okay.
We'll use them in another constructions. But here you see, I'm a student, मैं छात्र हूँ. But if you want to say that something is on me, like a shirt, or I go say sari on me, we say मुझ पर कमीज है. In this sentence, the thing which is on us, this will be the subject. We can say like anything. For example, if a little child climbs on you, you can also say "Bacha mujh par hai." So literally, when something is on me, it's mujh par. If something is inside me, that is mujh mein. We are not doctors, so we will not talk literally about what is inside us. We'll just use some humanitarian things like mujh mein अच्छे गुण है. Good qualities. मुझ में अच्छे गुण हैं. Like बुरे कुछ बुरी चीजें भी हो सकती है किसी में. In some people may have something different things inside them. We are talking about now we are talking about the grammar. So it's not too much to go deep. And so par means on, me means in, and se, it can mean either from, or if we compare some things or some individuals, it can mean like than, like my brother is younger than me. मेरा भाई मुझसे छोटा है.
एक प्रश्न है गुरुजी, मेरा भाई मुझसे छोटा है, या पुल्लिंग स्त्रीलिंग या mannelijk of vrouwelijk जी.
आप लिंग की बात पूछ रही है आप? Gender. You're asking about the gender?
Yes.
Here we have bhai, which is masculine gender, right?
Yes.
So this is mera, my. It does not depend on my gender. It depends on what is mine. Look, if we had a sister here, like another example with a sister, like now we are talking about possessive pronouns. That's a bit different, but let me explain. मेरी बहन मेरी बहन मुझसे छोटी है. मेरा भाई मुझसे छोटा है. मेरी बहन मुझसे छोटी है. I can say both these sentences. Mera and Mary have nothing to do with my gender. They only depend on the gender of bhai and behen.
या पुल्लिंग स्त्री या भाई और बहन. तो ये जब भाई है तब मेरा
जी,
बहन तब मेरी.
Okay, so these are possessive pronouns. We will consider them on next time in details. Okay, I will give you all the possessive pronouns like my, your, his, her. Now we'll concentrate on this personal pronounces like me, and its indirect form like muj. Then when we come to the plural, like hum means we. In Hindi, sometimes the indirect case does not differ from the nominative case. In some pronouns, it's like that. See, we have हम सब मनुष्य हैं. हम सब मनुष्य हैं. We all are humans. We all are humans. Here, हम is in nominative case, right? Now, if we say that among us or in between us, there are some Indian people, we will use the same postposition me in, but we will not change हम. We'll say हम में कुछ लोग भारतीय हैं. Some of us, some among us. हम में. So here with हम, indirect case will be the same as nominative.
Is
Here
this
there
include
is
for, sorry, is this include for के लिए also?
no,
For
no,
no, okay.
not yet. That's why I told you that that now we are considering only simple postpositions. के
Okay,
लिए,
simple word.
के लिए is a compound postposition,
Okay.
and the way it combines with pronouns is different. Then we
Okay.
say मेरे लिए, हमारे लिए, आपके लिए. Then we take par. For example, there is a big responsibility on us. On us, we say हम पर बहुत जिम्मेदारी है. All these sentences, all these documents, I will send to you in our chat, and so you can then read and find the words you don't know. But for now, we concentrate on this grammar, like हम पर, हम में, and हमसे. I know that with Pooja ji, you already learned the imperative sentences like आइए, बैठिए, काम कीजिए. You know these things, right? Like when we ask somebody to do something, like आप यहाँ आइए, आप हमसे बात कीजिए. Okay, if we will have to recall all that, we'll do it later. Now let's see. हमसे बात कीजिए. It's an imperative sentence that means talk to us. To us. In this case, we also use se. And we have हमसे. हमसे बात कीजिए. Okay, if not to be confused with these imperatives, let's say वे हमसे बात करते हैं, right? Then it will mean they talk to us. So
Can I just check my understanding? So is it correct to say Mele Pitaji Musse Mila? My father meets me, right?
mm,
Mele Pitaji Musse Mila. Mile, sorry.
mile, if you say mile,
Yeah.
that will be past tense,
Yes,
right?
the past tense. Yeah. Mele
What you are
Pitaji
saying that
Musse Mile.
my father met
Me.
mhm.
Mile. Correct, right?
Yes,
Okay, I
correct.
understand.
It will be past tense, but I think that in your grammar you have not yet taken this tense. Like you have already studied present simple and present continuous, right? So we will do this kind of sentences. This tense we will consider in next classes.
Okay.
According to the grammar, which is known to all of you, we can say, मेरे पिताजी मुझसे मिलते हैं, right?
Okay.
Like this will be present past. Simple present simple. मेरे पिताजी मुझसे मिलते हैं. Okay. Then we go next to tuj, the same. You know, in Hindi, there are three pronouns for the second person. Like when we talk to somebody, we can call them either tu or tum or aap. You know, in English, we have only you. In English, there's only one word for everyone is you. In Hindi, we use different pronouns. It depends on the level of respect and officiality. Like this word tu is used in very informal way of talking. Like either those people are very good friends of yours, or the opposite, they are your enemies, or you want to talk rudely with them. So tu is used either somebody is very close to you, or on the contrary, somebody is you don't like him and you want to show your a kind of rude attitude towards him, right? Here we will take, for examples, sentences which means our being close to somebody. Like if somebody is a very good friend of mine, I will say, "Tu mera mitra hai." Tu mera mitra hai, or tu mera dost hai. Maybe you know these words. Again, if we are talking to a female, we'll say tu meri mitra hai. And when the same pronoun we have to put into the indirect case, we have to use it with a postposition, that it will change just like मैं and मुझ will have तुझ. And here we can say मैं तुझसे बड़ा हूं. मैं तुझसे बड़ा हूं, or A female would say, मैं तुझसे बड़ी हूँ. I'm older, bigger than you. So here, se used in a comparative way. मैं तुझसे बड़ा हूँ. If we have to use this postposition par on, for example, we want to say that this cap looks good on you, right? We'll say, ये टोपी तुझ पर अच्छी लगती है. अच्छी लगती है. It's a expression. We'll talk about it later when we will talk about hobbies and likings. What this expression means, literally, it means seems good. अच्छी लगती है. Seems good. It looks good. The main thing here in our grammar is तुझ पर. ये टोपी तुझ पर है. अगर हम, if we say a simple sentence. Again, if you want to say something about what is in you, about some feelings, like pyar. Pyar is love. If somebody is very loving, we can say तुझ में बहुत प्यार है. There is a lot of love in you. तुझ में, again, तुझ में. And just for a little relaxation, another pronoun does not change into indirect case. That means its indirect form is the same as the nominative form. Tum. Tum is a bit more formal than tu. It's a bit more common, like between classmates, between colleagues, some family members. When it's not there is not that much closeness, but still you are like on friendly terms, then you use this pronouns, tum, like you. In nominative case, we will say, you're a good person, you're a good human. Tum अच्छे or अच्छी, it depends on the gender of the one about whom we are talking. इंसान हो. तुम अच्छे or अच्छी इंसान हो. Look, there is one confusing thing. We use मेरा and मेरी with tu. For tu, if we speak about the masculine gender, we say मेरा, or we would say अच्छा. So the ending will be a. But when it comes to tum, the ending changes into more formal. So tum is a kind of plural. See, when we say that tu is singular, आप is a kind of plural, and tum is something between them. It has ho, like it's modal verb. It's I think you know this verb hona and all its forms with all the pronouns like मैं हूँ, हम है, तुम हो. You know this, right?
Yes, and why in Hindi Hona is play significant roles? Why? In comparison to other language?
Why this many kind of how to say of personal pronouns for the second person, like you mean why three words we use when we talk to somebody, right? Tu, tum, आप.
Yeah, so as I learned Hindi as foreign language, I mentioned that Hona play many important roles to make the sentence, especially in present tense or in past tense. You cannot leave Hona. If you leave Hona, it's grammatically wrong. So do you know why Hona plays significant roles in the Hindi sentence? That is my questions.
Okay. Very simple, because complete sentence cannot be without a predicate. You know, every sentence has a subject and a predicate, a doer and the action which he does. Now, see, if you ask, I will show you a little example. Like,
Okay.
Let's take this with a bit extended sentence. तुम भारत में रहते हो.
Yeah.
You stay in India. Now, where the subject in this sentence?
Tum.
Tum. And now we will find the predicate.
Yeah.
Of course, we can say that the predicate is रहते हो. Like you stay. Like in English, we say you stay. Tum रहते हो. But if we go deep into grammar, we will find that the main verb is ho, and रहते is how.
So, for example, in English, we say I stay in India. So you don't need to have the verb to be. But in Hindi, you should have hona always to say at the present tense. You know why?
It's more like an adjective. Right?
Okay.
Sometimes we can say, see,
yeah, you need hona at the end.
Look, भारत में रहते लोग, people who stay in India. So here the same word रहते we can use as an adjective.
Okay.
And to understand why this hona is
very important.
Very important. If there is one more grammatical thing, if we remove this, it will be another grammar. We would say अगर तुम भारत में रहते, that will mean conditional mood.
Okay.
If you were staying in India, it means that you don't stay in India. But if you stayed in India, अगर तुम भारत में रहते, So whenever this hona verb is dropped, that in most cases the conditional mood.
Okay. Understand.
Okay. Now in tum again, so it does not change. We say मैं तुमसे बात कर रहा हूँ. I'm talking to you without changing tum, right? कह सकते हैं तुम पर भारतीय संस्कृति का प्रभाव है. That's a bit complicated sentence, but to demonstrate this tum par thing, we can say there is an impact of Indian culture on you. भारतीय संस्कृति का प्रभाव. भारतीय Indian संस्कृति, culture, प्रभाव is influence of impact. तुम पर, on you. Or we can say, to use tum me, we can say there is a mystery in you. Like so in some mysterious way, we can say tum में एक रहस्य है. This just to demonstrate the usage of se par me with personal pronouns. Now आप will be the same. It does not change into indirect case. We can say आप से, आप पर, आप में. We can say आप हमारे शिक्षक हैं. If there is a okay. If there is a female teacher, we can say आप. For female teacher, we can say आप हमारी शिक्षिका हैं. So here the same with आप. If it's the masculine gender, we say हमारे. We use a ending. For female, we use e, हमारी शिक्षिका. And again, मैं आपसे ये अक्सर सुनता हूँ. I often hear it from you. आपसे, from you. आप पर, on you. For example, rain is falling on you. आप पर बारिश गिर रही है. This present continuous tense, which you already know, right? बारिश गिर रही है. गिरना means to fall. बारिश is a noun of feminine gender. That's why गिर रही है. आप में, in you. For example, in some sentimental contexts, we can say, I see your father in you. You resemble me, your father. You look like. मैं आप में आपके पिता को देखता हूँ. So here we can also have another simple postposition ko, but that's not the main thing here. आप में, in you. Now when we move to the third person, like, you know, in Hindi, there are two kinds of pronouns to say he, she, it. In English, we can have only he, she, it, and we will use it for everyone. Does not matter if the person is situated close to us or it's somewhere far. But
So you know the reason why in Hindi we just use the near and far for the third person, but we did not use male, female, or object. This is because the language cannot develop more, or do you know why? Because in any other language, I would say standard language, we have he, she, it to differentiate male, female, or object. But in Hindi, you have only near and far. This is because the language cannot develop, or do you know why? Are there any logic or mentality there behind it?
No. No, I think there is logic, and it does not mean that the language did not develop. It developed in a bit different way. Look, when you say in English, he comes and she comes. How do we know the gender? We know the gender from the pronoun. Huh? He and she. In Hindi, it's just a bit different. We know the gender not from the pronoun, but from the verb. We say, यह आता है, यह आती है.
And how about the objects?
Yeah, objects.
Because in English, we know whether it is object do this or human do this. But in Hindi, you cannot know. Even you know masculine or feminine, but you don't know whether it's an object or person, right?
You mean in English there is it for objects, right?
Yeah.
In many languages, like in my native and Ukrainian languages, we also have genders in objects. Like we can use he and she for some objects, and there is not much logic of which objects should be of which gender. Like in Hindi, for example, mez, the table, it's female. In Hindi, it's female. Mez bari hai, right? In my language, it's male, it's masculine, like we will say. In English, it's neutral, like the table is big. So maybe some kind of, some groups of Indo-European languages, they have this feature, they have this thing that we put this gender on everything, and it does not differ much whether these are humans or some objects. And this, it's kind of complicated. You have to remember the gender of each object. So here, this is he, she, or it when we have it somewhere near, somewhere close to us. Like I will say, ye mera sahkarmi. Sahkarmi means colleague, the one who works with me. Or meri sahkarmi. But if he or she is a bit far, or he is not present here, we'll say veh हमारा रिश्तेदार है, relative, right? और वह हमारी रिश्तेदार है. And here comes a trick, because in all these cases before, at least, the indirect case was similar to direct, like tu, tuj, मैं, मुझ, at least the same root was there in the word. As for the third person, it's very different. If we want to put यह into the indirect case, we will say is. And then when we want to say ask him or ask her, literally it will mean ask from him or ask from her. Say इससे पूछिए. इससे पूछिए. पूछना is a verb that means to ask. पूछिए is the imperative case when we ask somebody to do something. If you're not quite acquainted with these imperative forms, we'll take it later. Here इससे. इस पर, like for example, भरोसा करना means to trust somebody. तुम इस पर भरोसा करते हो. You trust him or her. The same with me, इसमें, whatever we say, like if we talk about humans, we will say इसमें बहुत अच्छाई है. There is a lot of good things in him or in her. इसमें. So the same, not to dwell much on this because I think we have not much time. Just see that the same will be with वह. It will change into us. Usme.
Yeah.
Us.
So as I mentioned, आप इससे मिलिए. You don't know whether it is the person or it is the object, you know. You don't know what you mean.
Actually, yes, but the same thing you can find in other languages also.
Okay.
Like a lot depends on the context. If
So you
say
have context.
yes, if you say इससे मिलिए, it means that you are introducing somebody to someone, and he already knows whom you are talking about. Okay. And then when we come to the plural forms of these pronouns, like ye and ve, here these indirect cases will be in and un. इनमें, इन पर, इनसे. Your home task will be to read all these examples, right? And if you are confused with something, you can ask the next time. So here we had these personal pronouns, put into the indirect case with simple postpositions like me, se, and par, with an example for each case. I planned to give also definite pronoun to you, Nishchay Vachak Sarvanam. I will tell you briefly that sometimes we can confuse personal pronouns and definite pronouns in Hindi. Look, if we say, Yeh mera dost hai, he or she is my friend. Yeh mera or meri dost hai. Here, it is used as personal pronoun, right?
Yes.
But after the same pronoun, if we use a noun, like yeh ladka mera dost hai, then it becomes a definite pronoun. Now it's not he, now it's this. This boy is my friend, this girl is my friend. So whenever a noun comes after yeh, veh, it becomes
This
definite.
or that. Near or
Yes.
far.
The same with ye, ve. Look at these examples. Ye अच्छे लोग हैं. They are good people. So here they, like personal pronoun. ये लोग अच्छे हैं. After year, we have this noun. So it becomes these. These people are good. The same like they are our enemies. वे हमारे शत्रु हैं. वे लोग हमारे शत्रु हैं. Those people are our enemies. I gave you here the list of all definite pronouns with examples. We will not have time to go through all of them. Probably we'll do it the next time. But you will read at home all these examples and try to understand like the context they are usually used in. What I wanted to say, to capture today as well, as we need to have some conversations along with grammar. So our next conversation topic will be our hobbies and likings. And for this, we need to learn some basic phrases like, I like to do something, or we like to do something. And in Hindi, look, you already mentioned that grammatical case when we use mujhe, right? And I told you that when we have me, then we put ko, then it becomes muj ko, or same thing, mujhe. Then the same hum, it becomes hum,
Ko,
ko, hame.
hame.
Okay, you know this very well, so we'll just see the examples. If I want to say that I like to read, in English, only this one sentence can be used. I like to read. In different ways. Look. There is a word pasand. Pasand means pleasant, likable. So we can say मुझे पढ़ना पसंद है. मुझे पढ़ना पसंद है.
And in this sentence, where is the subject?
Here, the subject is पढ़ना.
Okay.
This is the predicate.
Mhm.
This is the adjective, and this is the object. Literally, it means, to me, reading is pleasant.
Okay.
Or we can say in another way, like अच्छा लगता है. अच्छा लगता है means seems or feels good. तो मुझे पढ़ना पसंद है और मुझे पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है. These both constructions use me as an object to whom something is pleasant or feels good, right? So reading is the subject here. It's the main thing. But there is another way of sentences where I become the subject. And for here we use the verb pasand karna. And this is literally what is I like in English. Then we say मैं पढ़ना पसंद करता हूँ.
And the object is parana.
Oh, yes. I like what? Read. And the same thing with all personal pronouns. When we put them into the objective case, like हमें गाना पसंद है. We like to sing. हमें गाना अच्छा लगता है. Or if we want to make हम the subject, we say हम गाना पसंद करते हैं. With all pronouns, I have made this kind of examples. You see, for तुझे, तुम्हें, आपको, इससे, उससे, इन्हें, उन्हें. With all three types of this kind of sentences, I'll send this to you. And for your next time, I would like you to make some sentences, about 10 sentences, about what you like to do. So that you can tell us that about your hobbies, about your likings, using all these three types of constructions. You can say, मुझे हिंदी पढ़ना पसंद है. मुझे हिंदी पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है. मैं हिंदी पढ़ना पसंद करता हूँ. Using different hobbies, using different objects and subject, you can make about 10 sentences about your hobbies and likings. Okay? So I hope next time we will have a bit more of conversation. You will read your sentences and we will just repeat all this grammar we have had today. As for now, I think it's already high time. Actually, it feels like I feel like a bit short of time. I would like to teach more. I would like to give you more. I would like to give more examples, but we are a bit limited in time. So here in our chat, okay. So now I'm having some problems in sending this document, but I will send it and you will get it, okay? I will send it to our administrators, admins of this group, and you'll get it in your WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay.
जी बहुत सुंदर रहा
जी धन्यवाद।
जी हाँ मैं बहुत सुंदर
मैं कोशिश करता हूँ फिर से। अभी 1 मिनट मुझे दीजिए, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि
जी आपने एक ग्रुप ऐप बनाया है?
ओ अभी इधर एडमिन्स में कौन है?
जी
पद्मेश जी, हेलो।
जी सर।
पद्मेश जी, मुझे इनको एक डॉक्यूमेंट भेजना है। अभी यहाँ चैट में नहीं हो पा रहा है। यदि मैं हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भेजूंगा, क्या आप इनको पहुंचा सकते हैं?
जी मैं सबको व्हाट्सएप पे ग्रुप में भेज दूंगा।
अच्छा, इनका अलग से एक ग्रुप है व्हाट्सएप में ना?
जी आप मुझे भेजिए या
ठीक
मनीष
है।
को भेज दीजिए।
जी ठीक है, तो बहुत धन्यवाद। अगले गुरुवार को मिलते हैं। We'll meet you next Thursday.